Conversations with King, Friday night, Freestyle Fridays. But today is not really a Freestyle Friday. Today is an amazing Friday because I'm here with you today, my family. You know, family is a very important word. Very, very important word. And we all need to really cherish that. You identify your family not by blood, but by vision, and also by commitment, and also by unity. Who makes you feel that cohesive unit? But shout out to y'all. Enough of the yada, yada, yada. We're here to have fun, get spicy tonight. Today, you're going to love the topic. It's a little twist today. I hope everybody comes in the room, turn the lights up. I know you got the lady attorney doing his thing. Shout out to him. Continue to do your thing. But today is going to be something fly because we don't talk about others like that. You know what I'm saying? What we do is we focus on what is going on with us. So with that being said, please, I want everybody to get your friends, share the page. I got something special for you. Before we start, let me shout out to Terry. Happy Friday, like she always says. Happy Friday, Terry. Also, shout out to Loverboy Lenski, the captain of the ship. Shout out to the biggest rock of them all, Chris. Shout out to Queen Anita for always being the first person to show love on the page as a main moderator. Shout out to Jen. Shout out to Mo. You know who you are. That's my twin. Sugar Bum, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. Everybody, please, thank you. Continue to show love to this page. TBE Trucking, we see you. You've been consistent, and we appreciate that. Who else I'm missing? I hit everybody so far. So people get in the room. We only got 10 right now. We usually have like 25, 30 to start. So until that happens, I don't know what I'm going to do because I got a good show for you today. I got a lot of things we need to talk about. A lot of things the chat we're going to have fun talking about. And then after this, we go straight. 9:30, we go straight to Jen's page. Her page is going to be popping. She's been on a roll lately, so please go and support her. With that being said, can anybody tell me why we only have a few people in the room so far? This is shocking. This is not like our KWK page. But you know, I give you time to get yourself together. Shout out to Mrs. Dean and to the entire Dean family. You know, Willie Dean, the King, Han Dean, the Queen, and the three royal children, Suhan, Celine, and Jihan. I appreciate you for always showing love to me. That's my family for real. That is my family for real. So hold on. Let me make sure we're on the same page. You know what I got to put up before we start anything. I got to do the sponsorship. So before I do the sponsorship, let me put up my thing because this is what I like to have up. Because it ain't about the money. I don't know what it's about. Because at the end of the day, we don't eat off of air. You feel me? I need that virtual currency or I need that real currency. Whoever comes first. You know what I mean? Or you could give me both if you like. I appreciate it. I do it for y'all. With that being said, let's start the sponsorship. And after the sponsorship, we get to a spicy topic. And when people come in, they're like, oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? You missed everything. You missed everything. So let's get busy. Hold on. Ooh, fix the hoodie. I hope I'm not losing weight because this hoodie's kind of baggy right here. Hope I'm not losing weight, though. All right. I think I should have got a medium. I don't know. I wear large and everything else. Let me start the sponsorship, please. And the sponsorship begins like this. Hopefully everybody gets in the room because I love y'all for showing up. Hold on, here we go. Today's going to be a good day. Good show. Shout out to Ripple. Thank you for holding us down. Those who don't smoke, please go get Ripple, zero nicotine. They sponsor us. If you don't have it, please use my code to get a discount, 50% discount. It's going to be dope. Please get that. Also, with that being said, for those who don't have it yet, please get my book. It's Love and Life Through the Eyes of Travel. That book is a dope book for those who believe in love and passion. Please go and get that book. Also, for those who have children, I encourage you to go and get my brother's book, and it's called Love by Willie Dean. It's a dope book. He's an amazing father, so he knows a lot about raising children the right way and in love. Please go and support that. Also, if you are not, if you are aware of the person that designs everything for me, I'm making you aware now. Her name is Terry Mera. Terry has always been supportive and showing us love and creating the dope designs and shirts, hoodies, all the logos that you see on King. Conversation with King is her. Please go and support him. Also, for those who want to get the merchandise, you please go to Bonfire, Conversation with King. You should definitely go and get it. Dope sweaters for in the house, outside, running, jogging, whatever you want to do. We have a lot of sweaters and t-shirts and crew neck shirts that you would go and sponsor. We got it for women, men, and everything else. So please go and support the merchandise with Conversations with King if you can, if you want to. Everything's appreciated. Also, we want to go into our King's Court. King's Court is the members only page, and we are going to have exclusive content and perks and different things that members will have access to. As you can see, Jen and I are having a lot of celebrities come on both our respective pages, and we're giving to you for free now, but at some point we're going to have to charge. So that's the members only for me, and hers is the Black Star. So go and support both. Hopefully y'all can hear me, and that's the end of the sponsorship. Real quick, you know how we do before we start. And now we get a number, so like back to 20. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'm going to put the invite here for whoever wants to come up, because today is going to be a fun show, and we're going to talk about a lot of topics. But the last topic we're going to talk about is about dirty macking. And I know for those who don't know what dirty macking is, it's like when someone tries to steal your girl or someone you're interested in, and actually, they go about ways of doing it, and there's different levels to dirty macking. Trust me, I probably one of the. I'm not a dirty mac, but I definitely know how to scoop somebody from someone else, because I try to, without being a mean guy, I will highlight what you're lacking without putting that man's down. I don't put men down. You feel me? I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to let you know life would be so much different if you dealt with the king. But with that being said, please, those who want to come up. We definitely screening. We want to make sure everybody is aware. We don't want any troubles on our page. We just want to have fun. So today, shout out Jess Kaya. I went to one of your shows one day, and I really liked it. Shout out to Jess Kaya. Thank you. Thank you for having that amazing show. Who else? Anything else? Hey, Terry. Oh, she always running. She's in great shape, though. Terry actually lives in New York. I see her a lot. She lives in New York. So with that being said, we at 34 now. Let's get busy with the first subject. We're going to talk about a couple of things before we get into the fun things. So one of the first things I want to talk about, and this is a serious topic. So this will probably be the only serious topic we talk about today. And then everything else gets spicy and kind of funny. So please, I'm doing this because I know it takes a while for people to get in the room. So we're just trying to, keep people entertained until people get in the room. But right now, this topic right here is an official issue with me. It really hurts me when I see stuff like this. I believe it's this one. Yes. So we all know that Young Dolph got assassinated. One of the favorite rappers out there in Tennessee. He got assassinated. Allegedly, these are the guys that killed him. It's sad to me because I don't know if they're guilty or not. I don't know if they did it or not. But I just want us to know, as Black people, we are really doing bad. We are really, really doing bad. As you can see, all these men, and I'm a man. I am a man. I used to be a teacher at school, at elementary school, special education. I taught at high schools. I'm 41 years old. And look at these young men. Every one of them are handsome young men. Every one of them could have been a doctor, a businessman, a store owner, a trucker, a farmer. They could have been something, but they decided to be in this thing called gang, and kill each other. And now they're going to spend their whole life in jail being gang. And I have my affiliations too, but that's not what I do. I want people to understand that gang thing is corny, and if you're doing crime, you're going to go to jail. You're going to be dead, and you're going to waste your life like these young, handsome, intelligent men that wasted their lives, right? So I encourage you, please, you have any cousins or brothers, tell them to be careful with that gang stuff. Tell them to be careful with the streets. It's not really worth it. I didn't have to be in it. I was in it, found my way out. I'm still whatever you want to call it, but I want to say at the end of the day, I'm not using it for that. My job is to turn all these gangs or these things to political action committees, to unions, to workforce development coalitions. Do something right, because this is out of line. We don't need any of this. We're killing our communities, and it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. You kill a father who takes care of the community, and then you lose your life in jail. No one wins. So please, just be easy. Just be easy. Coffee no cream. No one's ever out, but I'm different. I'm able to talk to the young boys and tell them it doesn't make any sense. There's no difference between fraternities and gangs. It's just that fraternities, they use their power of unity to help the community, while gangs have the ability to do so, but they're not. And they need to change that. The gangs need to change that for real. For real. Change that. That's not the move. Also, next thing we're going to talk about, because we're getting off of that real quick, because I don't want to make the whole move so dull. Shout out to all those shout out to all the men who have enough self-respect not to directly pay for pussy. Did I say that right? Shout out to all those men who have respect enough, if they're going to pay directly for sex, then they should get high price women. Or how about you don't pay for sex at all illegally? How about if you do, go to countries that allow it? Because you're gonna look stupid, right? You're gonna look stupid. Shout out to all my friends who are part of sex workers' life and everything. They didn't make it legal in certain places, so I hope people are being careful. It's not cool to be doing something legal, because I don't want none of my brothers going to jail. But I want to highlight this black man, and I think he's kind of an idiot. Let's talk about him. The Maryland basketball coach suspended after prostitution bust. Allegedly, this coach from Maryland basketball, black man, another smart, handsome black man. Guess what happened? He ended up paying $80 for a prostitute who was an undercover agent. This man makes $700,000 a year. What are you spending $80 for sex for? Me, I'm not spending $80 for sex. I'm not spending any money for sex. Why can't you take a girl to dinner, buy her bag, take her trips? But why are you spending $80 for sex and you make $700,000? You lost everything for $80. I wouldn't even trust sex that's $80. I wouldn't even sleep with a girl. She said, "Yo, give me $80 for sex." You're bugging. You're bugging. So this is the things I'm talking about. Black men, we gotta do better. Like isn't that like a red flag if a woman says, yo, if you give me $80, I'll fuck you. Like, that's a red flag. You're bugging. You're crazy. $80? First of all, you should do it in the first place, but $80? Like she might as well just gave it to you for free, because now you lost everything. Everything. She was an undercover agent, so I don't think she looked like a crackhead TV trucker. She was an undercover agent. He played himself. He lost his career. And if I'm not mistaken, he doesn't have a wedding ring on it. Okay. But come on, $80. It's this NCAA season. The season's on. So after you won or lost the game, you said, let me go and get $80 and have sex. Yo, man, that's what, man, y'all be covered in money too much. $80. If you had paid $2,000, you could have had a woman that would have kept her mouth shut. A matter of fact, if you had paid $50,000, you probably could have had a girlfriend, and you still would have had your job. People are just not making sense anymore. I don't know. You tell me. $80. $80. You risked your whole life. He's gonna go to jail, and they're gonna laugh at him. He would never ever. I don't know. He might be able to get a job. I see that pedophiles get jobs, so I don't know. I want to hear your opinion. What do you think about people paying $80 for sex? Like, I don't Like 80. What can $80 get you in New York City? Fuck. Shout out to Aisha Smith. I love you. What's going on? $80. 80. What can $80 get me? Can somebody tell me what $80 can get you? That would have helped them not do something so stupid. $80? We got to do better. We really got. He got in a prostitution bust. That means it was he probably went to a shady area to pay $8. And this man is a tall dude, so it's not like $80. That's like and if you go to a nice lounge, that's probably, if you're lucky, 3 drinks. If every drink is like $24, $25 or $20, $80. Phone bills are more than that. Loverboy Linsky, like $80. Coffee No Cream. Let me see what she said. Coffee No Cream says, I don't. She said what she said. I don't find anything wrong with a man paying for sex. It's the same as going to the strip clubs. Sexual fantasy and desires come in all forms of for men. Coffee No Cream, you're absolutely right. But here's the problem: if you go to a strip club and you spend $80, they're gonna laugh at you because that's not even $100 in a band. And people know in strip clubs they don't even give you $100. Sometimes they give you like $95. You feel me? And then $80, at least you won't get arrested in a strip club. You're not in dangerous stuff. $80. What type of sex is he getting? What type of sex is he getting? I can't even buy grapes, banana, and apples at Whole Foods for $8. We gotta move a little bit more militant out here, people. We gotta move a little bit more militant. Like that's fucking crazy. I would never in my life put myself in a predicament where I'm I don't know. Like I don't know. Jen, you have a point. Hey, you can't knock what people like. I like filet mignon, but I eat a Big Mac too. Highly unlikely he was trying to save money. He wanted some street meat that's you know what? Well, now he's gonna have now he won't be able to get anything because he lost his job. I mean, everybody likes dirty sex and whores. At least men do, right? Women like dirty men that wear like gray sweats and wife beaters, dirty wife beaters with there's stains on it. But come on, $80, $80, and you lost your job. You couldn't wait till after the season. You couldn't go to these countries that men go to. You needed it that bad. Shout out to them. Anyway, yeah, April Carr, you right. That Whole Foods is not cheap. You know, that's the only place I go to. It wasn't worth it. It just wasn't worth it. Thank you, Loverboy Linsky. Do me a favor, Loverboy Linsky. Can you put the title again? This is the stream, y'all. Put the title again. We're gonna have fun today. This is gonna be a quick night. So we're doing like a fly little thing. We're gonna have a subject matter. Shout out to Kim. We love you, Kim. Up Level Approach, gonna support her page. This is what Coffee No Cream says. She says, "Okay, I'm okay. Here's my logic. Some men have to pay, and I'd rather see them doing that. They'd rather see an undercover men have to have sex, no ifs or buts. Well, maybe a little butt. Yikes. Y'all crazy." Yo, Coffee No Cream is crazy. She's on one today. She got her drinks out. I'm going to pull out my drinks soon if I don't go out tonight. I'm thinking about going out tonight a little bit. That's why I'm trying to end it early, but I got some spicy toppings for y'all. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, did you notice? I got the big Fiji bottle. That means the money is coming in. Hello. All right, check this out. Title today, for all those who don't know, is Dirty Macking on All Levels. This title was actually inspired by somebody. I used to mess with a girl he used to mess with too. And I remember I saw him at the first spot, and he didn't say nothing to her. You know, they were going together and stuff like that, and I was with her. It felt good. You know, it feels good when you see somebody ex and you did and you spending money on that ex because they with you now and you know like you, yeah, she with me now. What's up? But he's actually a celebrity. He actually was a ball player, and he made a comment that made me realize that man is a dangerous man. That man did dirty macking at a level I have never seen it before. And today we're going to go over 21 ways of how to steal your friend's girl. Yeah, we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about 21 ways of how to steal your friend's girl because we want to show you there's levels to dirty macking. This is going to be a very triggering conversation for those who got their girl stolen or for those who try to steal their man's girl and it didn't work out. Or for all the ladies that had experience with people trying to take them from their man. This is going to be a good show. You know, I hope people come in and tune in. But this is one of those shows where the title doesn't really do the show justice. Please go to Jen's because it's gonna be dope. I hope she comes on stage because I need her. She has so many stories, and I'm gonna tell you about certain stories where I never took my man's girl, but I could see how the Mac goes, the dirty Mac goes. So with that being said, let me put up probably the smoothest dirty macking I've ever seen for 2022. And this is why he deserves to go in a Guinness Book of World Records. The best dirty macking I've ever seen. And we're going to tell you how to steal your man's girlfriend. And I'm only teaching you this because hopefully men can step up and make sure that their girl doesn't get taken from them. Because we don't want any more men, you know, making attempts at your girlfriend. You know, it's not cool. So let me play the top dirty Mac of them all. And let me know if I'm wrong or not.
Say to Tristan, would you offer him any words of encouragement?
Dude is corny for that, but it's all good.
Man, do you think that there's any kind of future at all with her?
I mean, just to be around her would be a blessing.
Yo, did you not see how advanced that dirty macking was? That dirty macking was on a whole different level. Shout out to Mrs. Mary. We appreciate you. We love you. That dirty macking was a different type of dirty macking. Let me play it again, and we're going to dissect it, and then we're going to go to the lessons of the day. Anybody's free to come up. We're going to have fun today. We're going to talk about a lot of things. So if you don't got your dirty macking on point, don't come on stage. And for all the ladies, if you have any experiences of how somebody dirty macked you away from your man, please come up.
Say to Tristan, would you offer him any words of encouragement?
Dude is corny for that, but it's all good.
Man, do you think that there's any kind of future at all with her?
I mean, just to be around her would be a blessing.
Yo. All right, let me explain something to you. This happened after Tristan got caught for having a baby outside of his relationship with Khloe Kardashian. We all know Tristan is a bozo because I don't care if he cheats on her or he has sex with many women. You're lying about impregnating women and you're having sex raw with other women when you have a lady that you beg back. But Lamar Odom took it upon himself when asked, mind you, he dated Khloe. And he took it upon himself to say, you know what? Tristan is corny for that. He didn't even say why Tristan was corny. He just said he's corny for that. This guy is fucking dangerous. He's corny for that. And he said at the end, it's a blessing just to be around her presence.
Say to Tristan, would you offer him any words of encouragement?
Dude is corny for that, but it's all good.
Man, do you think that there's any kind of future at all with her?
I mean, just to be around her would be a blessing.
Just to be around her would be a blessing. Saying that man didn't appreciate Khloe. A lot of people are saying, including my sis Jen, saying that he was in the crack house in the brothel, but his excuse was he was on drugs. He wasn't in the right frame of mind. What was Tristan's excuse? What was Tristan's excuse to go and have sex unprotected? Lamar Odom never came back with any kids. He never came back with any kids. Never. So he took this opportunity to say, yes, I'm not good, but he's worse. That's dirty macking. That's dirty macking. At the end of the day, y'all can say anything you want about Lamar Odom. He didn't come back with kids. He didn't come back with kids. I don't care what anybody say. You can't tell me nothing. He did not come back with kids. Unless someone can tell me, like, come on. Where is the kids? At the end of the day, Dirty Mackin is at an all-time high. And I promise you, he's going to end up, with that last comment, he is going to end up back with Chloe. He's going to end up back with Chloe. Aisha know what I'm talking about. He's going to end up back with Chloe. So let's get down to the lessons today. Work with me. Please work with me. Because you know today's a little laid-back day for me. I'm chilling. I'm cool. You know, I had a crazy yesterday. I went to the basketball game with the Nets. But I also had a lot of work today. And everything ended up in my favor. God is good. God is good. So let's get to the lesson of the day. You know, I was a teacher back in my past lifetime. How to steal someone's girlfriend. Oh, man. All right, with this being said, everybody, let me know if you can see it. If you can't see it, let me know. I'll make it louder or I'll make it larger. I apologize. I want everybody to know this is going to be one of the best that you've ever seen in regards to our show and attacking the reason why people steal people's girls. So I was looking for something in regards to Dirty Mac, and because that's a slang, you really can't find anything. I'm gonna let it go through so you can read it. We're gonna break it down one by one, or we can just start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning because that's what y'all need. So I found this article about how to steal someone's girlfriend. It was 21 slick ways, and I couldn't believe what I was reading. And every way that they described was actually on point. Not saying that I steal girls from their man. I might borrow. You feel me? I might dibble and dabble, but we don't steal. We don't want that on our side. Peace to Nikki. Shout out to the garden. So once again, we want to talk about dirty macking, but we're really talking about stealing someone's girlfriend. And I want everybody to be ready for this. The first thing we're going to talk about is know your intentions. People, anybody has any complaints about any of the ways, let me know. You'll come up here and we could discuss it. But we're really getting ready for these tips. Shout out to Remarkable for Real, Dirty Mackin tips. Because people thought I was Dirty Mackin with, I don't want to say her name because I don't want to rock with her like that, and the lady attorney. And what happened is, and I don't rock with her like that. I used to rock with her, but I don't. They take this YouTube world serious for me. Shout out to Daryl. You need to come up here because I feel like you got a lot of dirty Mac in YouTube, man. We got some dirty Macs in us. We don't use it, but come up in here. You my man forever. You my man. Shout out my Lord. We dirty Mac. You know what I mean? We know the rules, Daryl. If they not married, we own it. If I have a girl and I'm not married to her, Daryl's gonna talk to her. And if he has a girl that he's not married to, I might talk to her because it's Dirty Mac and let the woman choose. But Daryl, come up here, cam up, and let's go through these things together if you want to. Loverboy Lesky, everybody wants to cam up because we know how you get down with the ladies. But the first thing is know your intentions. So the article was talking about you should never try to kick it to a girl unless you know what you're dealing with. You want to know that you have real feelings for her, because when you dirty Mac, you actually really got to like the girl. You got to have some type of feelings, not like her, but you got to have some type of feelings. And Lamar Odom has feelings for Khloe Kardashian, so he has intentions. He knows his intentions. He wants that girl. It's not going to be no flirtation. Dirty macking, stealing someone's girl is not. It's usually unless you're going to Miami, you know how girls go to Miami, Vegas. Anything happens over there stays over there. But usually it's the process. It's a journey. You got to know your intentions. You really got to know your intentions. Second one, do some research on a girl. In order for you to steal someone's girlfriend, the article was saying you have to study your victim. Know what she likes, know how long they've been together as a couple, find out what's going on with the relationship. Is what is her favorite things to do? What is he not doing with her? So you could come in on that situation. It's a lot of research with Dirty Mac, and you just don't wake up and say, I want a woman. I want to take that girl from a man. What you have to do is make sure you want that woman, and you have to do some research about that couple, not just the woman, but about that couple. How do you go about doing research? I don't know, but women are great at this, looking up things on the internet and talking to friends, or sometimes the best Dirty Macs are the friends around you. The best Dirty Macs are the male friends around you, because they watch your relationship, and you as a dummy is going back and telling your man about the relationship, and he's using that as intel to take your girl. So mind what you say. But Dirty Macs, they do their research. They definitely do their research. Be certain she'll leave her relationship for you. That's one of the things. What happens? How do you make sure a woman is going to leave her relationship for you? You know, that's a tricky thing to do. Oh, somebody said post truck and comment. Hold on. I'm going to post truck and comment. Hold on. Where's truck and comment? I see you, Loverboy Lenski. Where's truck and comment? If she isn't married, she's up for grabs. You're absolute right. You absolutely right. I don't respect anything unless it's backed by the institution of marriage. I'm telling you that now. So unless she says no, or unless you my friend, I don't respect it. You feel me? That's just me. So with that being said, be certain she'll leave her relationship for you. How does one make sure a woman is ready to leave her relationship? How? I think one way is like what we learned from Lamar Odom is through complete embarrassment. When a woman has a relationship with a man that's completely publicly embarrassed her, she might be ready to leave. She might be ready to leave. Or if she's not happy with the quality of life, she might be ready to leave. And you have to make sure, and takes, like I said, a lot of research to make sure that she's ready to leave that relationship. So please, those who are into Dirty Mac and stealing girls, make sure you're not going out on that journey or that mission. You're not coming back with something important or some type of ass, because some girls, they front like they're going to leave, but they're not going to leave. They're just using you just to feel good. You're like their therapist. You mean right before a Dirty Mac is a therapist. Get to know her. A lot of times, most men can't take a woman from their man just off a first encounter. You have to get to know her. I think the men should be wary of men who have a lot of time with her, who get to know her. For example, work husbands. For example, trainers. For example, people that attend the same church services as you. For example, your husband's or your boyfriend's friend. They're around you a lot, or your female friend's male friend. And don't sleep on these gay men too. So some gay men, actually bisexual technically, they sleep with women too. So you could think that she has a gay friend, but that gay friend, might have interests in her too, that bisexual friend. So be very careful with that as well. People do try to impose on people that they feel comfortable with. And as for karma, I don't know, because a lot of people getting stolen out here. I see this word karma. It's kind of different. It's kind of different. For another thing, impress her. The article talks about impressing her. Once you know the specific things that she like, you have to impress her. After getting to know her, you have to find out what makes her happy, what makes her inspired, what makes her feel like she's missing out by not being with you. You have to impress her. So by doing your research and knowing their relationship, you have to do things that her man wouldn't do. You have to do things that her man wouldn't even consider. You have to make it worth a while to consider leaving you. And this is what I'm saying. People are out here doing that, ladies. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a dangerous, dangerous game. And you're right, Aisha Smith. People lose their life, but it's still being done. This is still being done. You right, Mo. Make her laugh. Making women laugh. You could laugh a woman out of her drawers, her panties. You could do. It's crazy how when you make a woman laugh, it takes her away from her chaotic life, the traumas that she's going through, the stress. And maybe her man is that stressed. And by making her laugh, you're pulling her away. Next slide. You know, it's funny because all these things, these five, hold on, I want to get to it. There you go. These 5 ways are actually true. I definitely agree with it. Macking coffee no cream is both, but macking for the most part is stealing. You want her for yourself. You know what I mean? Sometimes macking is, for me being a dirty Mac, you want to take that as possession. It's a conquest. You just don't want to fuck, because anybody could fuck. You could go to Miami or Vegas and fuck, but you want more. This is what you want more. You want more as a person that's trying to take her from her man. Number 6, fill up her boyfriend's deficiencies. You know, a lot of times men have flaws, and our girlfriends or our ladies deal with our flaws. And as someone who's a dirty Macker, or someone who loves to take women from their man, one of the things that you should know is that we have to make sure that we don't have the same flaws as the man that you have. And the only way to do that is, once again, through the research and emphasize why you stand out. And a lot of times, most women want to leave a relationship. They really want to leave a relationship anyway, but they don't want to be alone. And then you have the guys that are really good at what they do, whether the woman wants to leave or not. They tempt the woman and make them compelled to leave the relationship. So fill up her boyfriend's deficiencies. The next thing is 7, is one of my favorites, which is be there for her. Everybody knows that in relationships you have your ups and downs. Be very careful, because a lot of during your downs, women actually go outside of their relationship to seek comfort. There's men who are consistently there for them, who will always be there for them no matter what. And these men, to be honest with you, they're not there to console your woman. They're actually there to beat up the pussy. I'm just being honest with you. But they know they cannot get close to them unless they show some type of affinity. So please be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Be there for her. If you want to steal someone's girl and be a dirty Mac, you got to be there for her during her time of need. A lot of times, these times of need bring people to bring closer together. And then you share these moments of when someone needed you emotionally and you were there for them. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I know a couple of times people cried on my shoulders, and then we ended up upstairs, doing the nasty. And sometimes they cried on my shoulders, and they always remember me for that. So when they broke up with their man, they usually came back to me, So shout out to Holden Caulfield. What up? What's going on? Let's continue with the list. It's a long list because we're trying to get through this list real quick. but it's a very important list for those who don't know. This is about dirty macking on all realms and all levels, which essentially is how to steal someone. The next thing is earn her trust. How do you earn a woman's trust? Trust is probably the most vital aspect of association. You earn her trust by being there for her. Women love consistency. Women love proximity. Women love men are reliable. And so if she's always going through things with her relationship and you're always there, she's going to end up trusting you. And if she trusts you with her heart, she's definitely going to trust you with the box. Shout out to Natalie. We love you. We appreciate you. She's going to trust you with the box. I'm telling you. It's just what it is. Earning a woman's trust is probably the hardest thing. For example, if she's going through any financial troubles and she's with a man and she's trying to pay a bill, you know, when we give some clues, what you do is pay that bill. You pay that bill. Any good woman is not going to take another man's money when she has a boyfriend. So if she takes your money, her boyfriend's actually lacking in something. And then you came through and you helped her during a time of need. So remember that. Please earn her trust. Number 2, be understanding. Most men in relationships, including me, we're not understanding at all. At all. At all, we're not understanding. The reason why I say that is because we get in relationships and we like certain things the way we like it, and we feel that because we're in a relationship with you, you should know what we like. So most dirty Macs or most people that like to steal girlfriends, they tend to be they show a little bit more empathy for everything. Oh, word, he really did that? Damn, why does he know how you are as a person? He should know that you're not like that. Those guys are very understanding and you can't trust them. You can't trust them at all. Please don't trust them. Number 10, give her gifts. First of all, every woman loves gifts. Like I said, just like everything else, a woman that's with a man will never accept gifts from another man. If she does, that's a sign that she's able to be taken from that man. No woman of mine is going to accept a gift from a man unless I can't give it to her. And if she does, she better be smart enough not to tell me, because I'm going to break up with her. Unless I don't understand what would be the reason of you accepting a gift from a man. Please, if a woman accepts a gift from you and you're not her man and she has a man, and you're not her family or cousin or job, and it's like a gift with like a long hug or a long kiss on the cheeks, then 9 out of 10 chances, trust me, she's ready to leave. She's ready to abandon ship. Trust me on that, please. You're absolutely right. Men are predators. Men are predators. We are predators, but not all in a bad way. We're more so always out for the conquest. Let's go to... Hold on, number 11. Let me see, number 11. Number 11. Ensure she's comfortable around you. Ensure she's comfortable around you. Comfortability determines the extent that the relationship can grow. Most women are not, they deal with their man because they're used to their man. Being used to a man produces some level of comfortability and familiarity. For you to take a man's girl, she has to feel comfortable with you. In order to feel comfortable with you, she has to spend time with you. She has to have trust in you. We already established that. She has to know that, okay, you know what? When I'm around you, you're not going to do anything that's going to violate me or my relationship. But we all know what that means. We all know what that means. The more you're around somebody, the more you feel comfortable with somebody, you're going to end up exposing yourself and being vulnerable to that person. This is why a lot of people, at least me, when I have a girlfriend, I'm always wary of the friends that they have. Maybe I'm possessive, but I don't like when women are friends with men that have sex with them already. I find that a little bit problematic. Very, very, very problematic. I never like that. But I'm always wary of the men that they spend more time with than their boyfriend. You know, I'd rather them have girlfriends. It's a little bit safer for me. Maybe I'm a little bit immature, but that's how I feel. Number 12, be in constant communication with her. Um, how do you continue constant communication with a woman that's in a relationship? First of all, that's a red flag. If someone's in constant communication with somebody, and you have a man, how are you talking to them? Like, where's the man at? Like, oh, maybe they don't live together, but why is she talking to you about anything and everything? So, but as a person that steals girlfriends, not me per se, you're trying to do everything. And this is the beauty of having social media and having text messages, because you could communicate with them without talking to them. Little likes here, little funny DMs here, send her a meme. Constant communication could then you become a fixture in her life. You want to be a fixture in her life. Shout out to L Nixon, the voice of reason. What's up, baby? Number 13, give her space. And when I say give her space, you don't want to be like an overly hopeless romantic. And I tend to get into that thing when I don't give a woman space to realize she likes me. I never do that. You know what I mean? I never do that. Oh, shout out to Fandu. I think Fandu is in New York now. So those who gamble, I think you got to make it happen. I think on Caesars. Okay, there's a promo code for those who don't know. I'll give the promo code later, but give her space. They might act like, in a friend zone. Make them feel like, I'm just trying to be a friend. Women love space. They don't love being hounded. They don't be chased. Like, I'm not, Natalie, I'm not like that. I don't steal girls, but I'm telling you, I read this article and it was crazy because some of the things I see some of my peoples do. But give a woman space. Don't be on her, because usually they don't want to feel like, they want your relationship with them to feel organic, to feel extremely organic. And you have to make sure they feel that way. Trust me. Evolutionary Playboy, you are definitely a person that needs to come up here. Cam up if you can. Please come up here, because I felt like you don't dirty Mac, but you know some of the Macs that dirty Mac. So cam up here, brother, if you can. Hopefully you can get up here in a few, because we're going to end this at 9:30. So Jen could go on. Also, 14, everybody knows this is a dirty Mac trait. Make her laugh. If you make a woman laugh, you can do anything you want with her. Most of the girls I got, not because I'm handsome, not because I'm smart, not because I'm rich, is because I made them laugh. Making a woman laugh is only second to it's only third actually to making sure she eats good and making sure she comes right. Making her laugh is like a close third, in my opinion. Definitely a close third. 15, being charming to her. Being charming to a woman is probably one of the things that a lot of men lack. I'm talking about simple things: opening the door, carrying her luggage, teasing her about how good she looks. Simple things like that that make a woman say, you know what? My man doesn't do that for me every day, but you always find a way to do it and make me feel like a woman. Even the strongest woman that in our lives, they want to be treated right. They want to be treated like a woman. They want to be respected like a queen and like an empress. And they want to be fair at times too, but they want that man to say, you know what? I know you can do it, but I want to do it for you. So being charming is one of the things we dirty Macs. And when I say we dirty Macs, I'm not a dirty Mac, but I'm just saying, we love to do. Another thing, let's go to the next list. And I think I have to work on this too, because I come off a little bit. Let me see if it's on. I come off a little bit. Let me see. I come off a little bit creepy myself. 16. When I say I come off a little bit creepy, because I'm a little bit straightforward sometimes, right? So a lot of times some girls are like, I just met you. Why are you so straightforward? Because I don't like to waste time. I like to get to it. But I get it when somebody says don't be creepy, don't be coming off weird, like try not to show like you have ulterior motives. Because what happens is when you give someone reason to think that you're trying to steal them for their girl, they're not gonna let you take them away from that. Shout out to Misha Mack. Misha Mack been mean to me lately, but she's still my people. Oh shoot, Terry called me Creepy King. I thought I was your god, and now I'm a Creepy King. No, I hear you. She says, Mo says, I don't want to hear about no girl problems in 2022. King is giving all the game. I wish I was. I'm just reading from the article because this article is very interesting about, Dirty Max and what's going on. Shout out to Javier Mellow Man. What's up? What's going on? Welcome to the garden. So being creepy. A lot of men are being creepy out here. Ensure that all your actions are in moderation. Don't be overzealous with it. And that also leads to number 17 in regards to don't be forceful. Please don't be forceful. In respects to your approach. A lot of times when you're stealing someone's girlfriend or you're dirty macking, you want to be easygoing. You want to be tranquilo. You want to be smooth. Because when you come off assertive, it makes her feel like you're trying to steal her. The object of it, dirty macking, is to make a woman want you, even despite the fact that she's in a situation. You have to make the woman feel that she is she's with the wrong person, and she has an option with you. And when you give her that option of you have to let her know that this is the best option. So you have to be a little bit smooth. You can't be so creepy. You can't be too forceful. Giving her all the attention. We don't want to be all up on her and give her space, but when you're around her, we understand what intimacy is. Intimacy is engagement. When you're with a woman, you give her your undivided attention. This is something that is very important when you're trying to dirty Mac or you're trying to steal someone's girlfriend. And you can understand, you can see I'm not a guy that does this, but I've seen it happen, and I've seen it happen with Lamar Odom, and I think he's going to steal Chloe back. But this article woke me up. This article really, really, really woke me up into what I'm doing wrong. Terry says, you're far from creepy, you're just transparent, which often people aren't used to. That is so true. That is so true. Coffee No Cream says I'm problematic. Shout out to Love Boy Linsky, keep everybody on track. Who is here has engaged in dirty macking, calling, and exposure stories. We do have time for stories. Not a lot of time, but if you have any stories about when you got dirty mac or you did dirty macking, please call up. Next thing is confess your feelings. When is the right time to confess your feelings to a woman that you're trying to steal from a man? I don't know if you should verbally confess your feelings, but at some point you have to, but you have to do it when you see that she's comfortable and she's even doubting a relationship. You have to do it. You really, really, really have to do it when she's doubting a relationship. When you're starting to see that she has feelings for you as well, that's when you should start dirty macking and admit to, yo, listen, I know you got a man. I like you a lot, though. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on between us, but it seems like we got something going on. Sometimes you might not have to say it. Sometimes, what's already known doesn't have to be said. So please, when it comes to dirty macking, Natalie has it right. It's the actions that let us know, not the words. What are some of the actions that let us know that we could say, okay, confess your feelings? I don't know, because sometimes it's scary when you want to take someone's girl, you try to kiss them, like, what are you doing? Mo says, after y'all gaze in the eyes, y'all funny. I don't know. M3, what's up, baby?
What's up, King?
What's going on? I'm almost done with this, and we're going to have this discussion. I just want to get through this list, but thank you for coming up.
All good, baby.
Hold on. We also have envision the worst. And I never understood this about this list. It says envision the worst. It's important to know that after you confess your feelings, she might understand that you really didn't care about her at all. And you gotta be ready for the worst when you're dealing with somebody that you're trying to steal. So I didn't get this one, number 20, but it makes sense, but it's like, but I really do think that, those who are dirty macking, I think they are anticipating the worst, right? It depends if who you stealing the girl from. If it's from your friend, expect to get beat up, right? Expect to get knocked out. Or expect to lose a real friendship. If it's from somebody you don't know, like your coworker's husband or boyfriend, expect somebody to come to your job and do something violent, right? Or expect the fact that you made that woman feel uncomfortable. And number 21, the last one, always accept the outcome. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not, but always expect an outcome. And it might not be favorable to you. So with that being said, we talked about the 21 ways into stealing someone's girlfriend. Some of them, it makes sense. Some of them don't make sense, but guess what? These are ways that they have shown that does work. So M3, let me ask you a question. Have you ever dirty Mac another man's girl?
Yeah. Before I was married, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Now that didn't mean I was successful at it.
Right.
But in my time, the things that I've done was pretty much, being like the friend role. Kind of be like the person like, hey, I'm there for you. I'm here like whenever like you need to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you work your way into like different levels.
Right.
To me, I mean, personally, I wouldn't recommend it for anybody else because it just takes a lot of time.
Right.
But if you really want this girl, and here's the thing, if the person that you know that's not really friends with you, I mean, go right ahead.
Right.
But I want to steal nobody's girl, like, if she's like, close to like one of my homies, personally, per se. But you have to like really expect the outcome that is going to be negative. You're going to probably win the girl, but there will be a negative outcome of it, right? Because there's going to be dudes that's going to be envious. There's going to be dudes that's going to want to kill you, and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it had its pros and cons to it.
What made you want to steal that person's girl?
Because I mean, I wasn't cool with the person. I didn't really care about it.
So it's dirty macking if you're not cool with the person?
If I ain't cool with them, I mean, here's the thing. If that's like a friend, even if I'm cool with them or not, I wouldn't do it. But if it's just like somebody that, okay, I just happen to know, but I have like no friendship with them, and I feel like the girl's like, feeling me, then why not?
So I always assumed dirty macking was actually talking down about another man to get his girl. Is that dirty macking?
It is, but see, you could even do that without even talking about the other guy. I know I missed number 1 and 5, but at least at one of the points, besides like trying to bring out the flaws in that person's character, bring out the best in yourself. That woman eventually is going to choose. So you want to kind of like, if you decide to dirty Mac, you want to do it like in a slick way, whereas like you're not the bad guy, like you're not the person that's trying to temper. You know what I mean? Like you want her to get into a mood where she has no choice. Like the moment she starts complaining about her husband or her boyfriend or whatever, that's when you know that you're like close to like getting her.
See, I'm asking you because you're from the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bay Area is known to be home of the Macs. Everybody knows that. Everybody, pimps and the Macs come from the Bay Area. So I'm asking you, is there any violations to dirty macking? Is there any rules to dirty macking? Is it all fair, love, and war when it comes to dirty macking?
It's a certain limitation. I mean, we could say like it's all fair, but like I said, the only limitation I will say is that, if it's somebody that that's like a close friend, a family member, or even somebody that's like from block to block, sometimes like those things like should be off limits. If you value like your safety or if you value like your friendship. Salute to up level approach. But yeah.
So do you think that if you get caught dirty macking by another man, is it the man's responsibility to step to you? or is it the game? Like it's not really him for him to step to you. Because I always tell people if someone's not trying to kick it to your girl, then your girl ain't good. She ain't pretty.
I mean, people always want to say to each of their own, but in my personal view, it depends like how bad does you really love your girl.
Mm-hmm.
So if this song like let's just be simple. Like if this was like someone's wife, you know, yeah, that's that husband's sole responsibility, you know, to protect that flower. But however,
right,
he would have to come to like a terms that look, that person is not even loyal to you.
Right.
So if you're going to, so this person's going to me because she's catching feelings, then that tells me something about that person's character.
Right.
And also expect the outcome that, you know, whatever you do in dirty macking, the shit's not even going to last anyway. My bad. I mean, stuff is not going to last.
So you know what's crazy to me is, like I never talk down about somebody else to get someone's girl, right? Mm-hmm. But I always ask questions, like, what's going on? Like, how do you feel about that? Right? Do you feel like he could do better? You feel me? Do you feel like you could do better? Or, you know, you must really like him because you say you don't like it, but you're still there. So I don't talk down on another man, but I definitely highlight the situation.
Yeah.
I highlight the situation. Like, you telling me about this person, but and you don't like the way they treat you, but you're still there. So what does that mean?
That means that person, right, is not really the one for you. I'll give you a story real quick, if this will make sense. There was a time where this woman, she had got proposed. Her boyfriend proposed to her on one of my birthdays. This was like years back. And she turned down the proposal. Now, she turned down the proposal just to go celebrate, you know, I think this was like my 21st or 23rd birthday party, something like that. And then we had a conversation because I'm always curious to like, you know,
right,
like, why is this guy not good enough for you? Why you're not feeling like you're ready? And, you know, she'll make up some type of excuse that like, oh, he's just doing too much. He's just pressuring me, this, and that. But then at the same time, then she gets into emotions and starts saying that, well, you know, like now I miss some. I think I forgot to add that he proposed to her, but she broke up with him after call off the engagement. So then that's what.
Hold on, say that again. He did what?
So he proposed to her. Then she broke up with him. She called. She was like, look, I don't want to get engaged or whatever, and then she broke up with him because she felt like it was too much pressure for her. Right on my birthday, and then she came on that night.
Right.
And so that's where I start asking the questions like, okay, like what's going on, blah blah blah. And keep in mind, you know, I'll say this again. This is before I was married. You know, girlfriend, whatever, right? You know, single guy living my life. Hey, Jen, what's up?
What's up?
You know, you got your show real soon.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm about to head out tonight, but I'm going to drop in from where I'm at. I'm going to Washington Heights. If you don't know what Washington Heights, the Heights, oh God.
Why are you going to the Heights? Why are you not hanging out with us tonight?
I'm going to hang out with you, but I had a rough night last night. I want to get some drinks.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah, can I get drinks here with you? Can I drink here with you? Do you mind?
Yeah. I do not.
I'll start stripping when I start getting drunk.
Do what you got to do. What you got to do.
All right. So Jen, since you graced our presence right now, and oh no, the charger. Oh,
I like my shirt.
Yes, it says
not my problem.
You know, Jen, I'm actually really jealous of your abs because I don't have abs like that anymore due to the amount of tequila I intake. I want to say thank you.
I don't want to stop you from doing whatever's going to take the edge off, but it would be nice if you hung out and got some drinks and drank with us and hung out with us. But I understand if you need to get out and get air too.
Yeah. No, I'm staying. I'm staying because of your shirt. Listen. So with that being said, I want to say this whole thing about dirty macking, and you said a lot of things about Lamar Odom in the chat, and I want to know how's that worse than what Tristan did.
Well, I've been listening in. Some great points being made, especially by M3, and then you followed it. You know what I mean?
Right.
With not talking bad about the other person.
Right.
It's about marketing yourself better than that other person, but all the while you know what you're doing, right? You know you're marketing yourself. And there are ways you get in conversations with women. You kind of know, the deficiencies of a man, right?
Right. So.
But specifically Lamar Odom, I said if he was fine and had it going on right now and didn't end up, overdosing in a brothel with a bunch of, prostitutes, he'd be more appealing to Chloe right now after saying that. Because that was dope. What he said during that little when they ran up on him, it would be a blessing to be around her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's dope. That's like something that would pique the interest of a woman who's going through something with a man. That line would, but it's coming from the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It's just coming from the wrong person. And I think there's thank you, Tiffany. I think there's too many bad memories there. Like, it's not like, oh, you had this, addiction and then, it was for a little while and it was over, but he put her through a lot. Like, it was a really bad addiction. And that was just aside from it. If you watch that damn show, you know that she went through a lot with him and his father and the family. It's just too much bad. She'd be regressing, right? And he was cheating. So it's like, it's just, she needs to move forward if she's going to move.
Is she ever going to move forward? Because it seems like she likes men like this.
Yeah, I know. I don't think she'll move forward. She's like what we call a crab. They move sideways. So she'll move to another guy on another team.
Right.
She'll move to another guy. Maybe she'll hit up a football player or a basketball player. But, something about Chloe is she admitted herself that she's had low self-esteem, that she always felt like the ugly Kardashian. She's always felt like the fat Kardashian. That is hard to shake. Even when you lose weight, even when you rearrange your face, even when you get the fake ass, mentally, if you still feel like you're the fat, ugly Kardashian, and remember, they got worldwide fame. So this is something she's constantly hearing online. Like, oh, she don't look like the rest of them. She's seeing it online. She's hearing people say it. So that's in her mind, right? So she's going to continue to pick these men because she has low self-esteem.
So let me shout out to Evolutionary Playboy. So let me ask you a question.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, Playboy?
Chilling.
Hey, what's up, man?
Let me ask you a question. This is the Dirty Mackin program today. And is it what's the probability of someone trying to mac your girl without you knowing if you're in a relationship?
Without you knowing?
Yeah.
A huge probability.
Huge. Probably 100%.
With especially as clueless as men. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as they walk out the door, they're meat to the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it depends on how you prepare that meat before it walks out that door. How secure, she is in that relationship. Because the thing about it is nobody's perfect, but if home ain't right, the streets will definitely fill voids. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, if your woman will take anything from another man that's not family, then that's showing you that she'll take more. She'll take more.
That's what I said. That's one of my biggest things. If you want any gift from a man, it's problematic. You're really losing, right? Yeah. And I'm not talking about like, I'm talking about like to the extent of flowers. I'm talking about to the extent of jewelry. I'm talking about girls might not agree with this. If you're with your friends and a guy's like, let me pay for it, that's a gift. Is that a gift? Food.
What you mean when you're with your friends and the guys
Like,
like
you're with your coworkers. And he said, no, I got it. I pay for the lunch.
I don't think that's a big deal. I've done that when I was working corporate. Like,
Did you tell your man about that?
did I tell my man that I buy 3, 4? That I bought coffee or
No. Did somebody bought you lunch?
people?
Somebody bought you lunch.
If somebody bought me lunch individually, just me and that person, that's different. You said you and your girls.
No, you and the girl, your coworker. I said coworkers. So he's decided to say, I'll pay for everybody's lunch. You're gonna accept it?
Yeah, I would accept it in a group setting. Absolutely. Why not? I mean, that happens in offices all the time.
Right, but would you accept it, Playboy? Would you allow that for your girl to accept that?
I mean, if it's like if they work in a corporate setting or something like that, and it's a group thing, I'm not going to trip on it. But if it becomes habitual, that's a problem.
That's a fact.
You got your own goddamn lunch, okay? You got your own lunch.
Right. No, I respect it if she goes, yeah, he paid for lunch, but I got the next one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I got the next one, but I don't want you accepting anything from anybody.
I mean, and honestly, like, and this is my perspective. If your woman respects you, she's not even going to want to put you in any situation where another man feels like he has one up on you, even though we know some guys do shit just to do that. You know what I mean? So I don't think that if your woman respects you, she's even going to allow a guy to put you in that position where you might have to say something or you might have to address a situation.
Okay, what are the hours that you could meet up with a man so it doesn't seem like disrespectful to your relationship? Anytime before 7?
When I'm in a relationship, I don't let anybody call me after 9 o'clock. I don't care if your ass is on fire, dial 911. If I'm not related to you and we're just doing business, do not ring my phone after 9 p.m. when I'm in a relationship. And I'm very, very strict about that. I am very verbal about that. There is no way you could confuse it. And speaking of my ex, after him and I broke up, the guy that pops up here every now and then, after him and I broke up, we were still doing film business together. And I had moved on into a relationship, and he tried to play the calling me after 9, right? Gave him one warning. After that, I was like, you will not call me again. Like, I don't play with that. If I'm in a relationship, do not call me after 9 o'clock. I don't care who it is. But some guys are going to test that because they feel like, well, I know you and I could do this, but it's disrespectful to the relationship and to the other person. So that's kind of like, starting trouble. And I'm not going to let you start trouble in my situation. Right. So if I'm on the phone with you after 9 o'clock, just know I'm single.
Okay.
I can respect that.
I am not in a committed situation where I have to show someone.
Right. How you feel? But can he accept calls after 9 o'clock?
No. What? My 9, his 8. Don't play with me.
Yeah. So evolutionary Playboy, how you feel about that? How you feel about that? Curfews, giving grown people curfews.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's not even about curfews. I think it's more about respect. Like, for example, I have a female friend that I've been cool with for 22 years. And she doesn't even have to tell me. Like, when she's involved with the guy, I don't call her past 9 o'clock unless she calls me, because I understand how it can be, a new guy in a situation and she has a male friend and then a male friend like me. I don't want to throw, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to cause any confusion. So I'm going to be respectful, even if I don't know the guy. Right. So, but me, I don't really be getting calls like that no more, and it feels great, man. Yeah, I don't really like my phone ringing.
M3, what you think?
I agree. Like, I mean, you have to set like those boundaries, but it's all about respect. I mean, I never really had like any problems like with dudes like calling my wife or whatever because she keep them at a distance. Only times that like if I'm talking to like a different woman late at night. As if it's like for business, but I keep it real brief anyways. Right. So, and as far as like with the lunch thing, like if it's like co-workers, I don't know, like, I don't even know if we even had ever had that type of conversation because I don't think it's ever happened like on her end. but I wouldn't really trip anyways. I'm just like, okay, like if some dude like was to, you know, pay for like lunch for her and for other co-workers, I wouldn't really have a problem with it.
Right.
And it's not like I don't care. It's just that I don't know. I just don't really feel that type of insecurity, you know?
You know, it's funny. Terry said, who said it? Not Terry. Burner Count says, I'm going to call Jen at 9:05. That's something I would do. Definitely.
All right, if you want to get blocked.
And he can call me at 9, 10, or 11. Again, when I'm not in a committed.
No, he's saying that I would do it during a relationship. That's what.
Well, you wouldn't get through to me.
Yeah,
right?
no, Jen would shut me down, but I would try to call. I would, but she would shut me down. I'm telling you.
Here's the thing. I want to blow the lid off this whole dirty macking thing. That it's a very important component that nobody's talking about, and it takes me back to the movie Hustle and Flow, where he was talking to the little white prostitute, and she was like, he was macking her, like, "Yo, go do this for me, whatever." I don't remember the dialogue verbatim. But he was basically trying to mack her into some shit. And she was like, look, I know what you do. And I know when you're macking me, and I usually go for it. But right now, I just need X, Y, and Z, right? I think men put too much power in the mack. And the mack only works if a woman is willing and vulnerable. There's not as much brain fry as men think there is. A woman has to be willing, unhappy in her relationship. But he'll walk away thinking like, yeah, I macked her. No, she was already 1 foot out the door. Right? She just didn't tell you that. So then it's very easy for somebody to come in. People look for the chink in the armor. But if the armor is intact, you can't get in, right? If I'm in a committed relationship and I'm happy, there's nothing you could come with, not money, not abs, not, you know what I mean? Not height, not weight, there's nothing you can do. There is nothing. You could be the best of the best. But if I'm with somebody and I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know, it could even be a bad day and you can get in there. Like I could be happy in a relationship, and if it's a bad day, you can get in there, right? But it's timing, right? It's how she feels about her man. So I think there's a lot of emphasis put on this mack like it's a superpower. It's not. The power is dependent upon how she feels about her current relationship. And I was in a situation where I was 1 foot out the door, and you know the guy got me to talk to him about what's your situation, blah blah. I was like, well, you know, my boyfriend, I've been with him 3 years, but you know, is to me, it feels like I don't know what's happening. It's kind of like a dead end. You know, I was looking for more commitment. He's telling me to wait because he wants to, financially, he wanted to be more stable before he went into blah, 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 you know, a marriage. So the guy, you know, he used that. He was like, well, you know, if you were mine, shit, I wouldn't wait for no commitment, blah, blah, blah. And we were on the phone like 17 hours and it was like a whole mind fuck. And in the 17th hour, he asked me to marry him, right? So, but could he have done that had I not already been there with my ex? No, he couldn't have done that. But I was already 1 foot out. And that's when the mack works, when you're 1 foot out. It doesn't work with everybody. That's why guys have so many failed attempts at the mack. And then they find that girl that it's like, oh, she having an issue. So that's what the mack really is. The mack isn't the power of the man. The mack is the weakness in her relationship is what it is. It's the weakness in her relationship. It's not really the power of the mack, it's the weakness in the relationship. That's how I feel.
You mind if I add on to that?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, before I have to go, King,
yeah,
Jen, I absolutely agree with you. Because the thing is, you could think you could have all the macking powers that you want. You know, you're macking.
Get off my dick, Coffee. Like every fucking chat, this bitch is on my dick bad. Like I would feel the waves.
Wait,
like, let me tell you something. Never in my life would I let another human being, being a woman and seeing another woman and let a woman think that I'm sweating her that bad. Like, get therapy. I got my dick got nothing for you. Get therapy. I'll $50 because you're not probably monetizing this one. But I'm just like, yo, it's fucking. She's like a little chihuahua nipping at my neck and my ankles. Bitch, get therapy.
What?
My mother types.
I'm sorry, I'm just now reading the comments.
What happened?
My mother doesn't type my name as much as this weirdo.
What happened?
never let another human being think that I'm sweating them like that.
Playboy, what happened?
Psychotic. Yo, from the beginning that she saw my face, she's typing my name, but it happens in every fucking stream. Like, she's psychotic, and I'm not a therapist. I can't help you, and you ain't getting none of this, so get off. As you were saying.
Yo, I missed everything. I swear to God, I didn't see anything.
Only caught the. Oh, okay. I see. Now I see what you're talking about.
Oh, what happened? What happened? M3.
Yo,
The only thing I saw was that she said that she's for the streets, and then the last comment was, no, she said I agree with Jim, but
she said she likes
she likes men that she can fix.
No, Teddy, she didn't win. I proved she lost already. She types my name. I don't type her name. And this is every fucking stream. She's the one that was worried about, do you date black women? She's one of them. She one of them.
Yo,
like, bitch, get a life.
It's a troll that's obsessed with you. That's it.
Wow.
That's what you're winning, Jen. You're winning.
Bitch, post some money in my cash app. Prove me no.
Yo, I heard with the D word. I heard the D word.
I go live after this on my page. Come on over to my page and you can super chat me.
Yeah.
Motherfucking bird.
Yo, I'm just, you know what's crazy? All I heard was, I was typing something, replying to my friend, or I heard D. I was like, what? Because I thought you were talking to him and he said, yo, you know, I was like, whoa. I didn't see anything.
Listen, I could fucking never let another woman know that I'm that obsessed. And I'm like, bitch, did I fuck your man? Did your man like my pictures? What was the reason? Like, I could never let another human being know that I was on it that bad. I couldn't do it. I got too much fucking pride. Fuck that. My ego is this big. I got too much fucking pride. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But it's every fucking live. This bitch is like, on the block with Jen. On the block with Jen. On the block. Off.
All right.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was different.
That was wild though.
Yeah.
Let me go back to what I was saying.
You know, I'm saying that little peppers.
Right.
Yeah.
So what happened?
So all the only part I remember I was gonna say was Jen, I definitely agreed to like what you said. I was gonna add more context to it, but now I'm a little bit distracted by the chat. I'm sorry. But I can
piggyback.
Yeah, what happened?
I agree with Jen. Like, the thing about it is, a player or a P, what makes you one of those is the ability to maximize the opportunity. That's what makes you a player. Like, the ability to maximize an opportunity, because even with sex, I can say, yeah, I didn't knock so many chicks down, but yeah, I still have to get the grace from them. Doesn't matter what the mouth said. I just talked to her at the right time, in the right setting. And sometimes I create the right setting. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's not really about having mouthpiece that crazy that you can talk a solid-minded woman out of her panties. She got to be wanting to, she had to have that thought in her mind that she wanted her panties to come off tonight. And if you run across her that night and you say the right thing, the panties coming off. But if a woman's like, I don't want to fuck, excuse my language, or I don't want to do nothing, and you come spit, it's going nowhere. So you got to be able to identify it.
Let me add to that. Like, that's the difference between this guy that I was talking about, trying that in the first year of my relationship, and the third. Right? By the first year, I was like, oh my God, I'm in love. That by the third year, I was like, So it's timing. That's
yeah.
I mean, so let me ask you a question. So if that's the case, then I don't agree with it to an extent, because I think the best dirty mackers are women. Women have, and the reason why I say that, because one time I had a game with the Queen's Court about what level of shade did Kim Kardashian do. Women know how to dirty mac at a better level than men. They can make a man question where he's at, and he doesn't even want to leave. You could be happy with a woman, but another woman can seduce, because they are the masters of seduction. True. They can seduce you into thinking whatever relationship you're in is not really worth it, and you could be happy. So I don't agree with that.
but now you're talking about biological differences and conditioning, and that's a whole different situation because men are built different. Men can be happy, but then want some variety, right?
That's
Wait,
true.
hold on, Jen.
I kind of agree with that.
You said you got pushback?
No, I said I kind of agree with
I
that.
got pushback for both of y'all. No, not you, but mostly Jen, because if that's the case, Jen, and if it's a biological thing, and it's a natural thing, and it's a nature thing, why?
I think it's more conditioning than nature.
You said biological.
Yes, but I also added the other stuff, conditioning and.
Okay, so I heard biological. I didn't hear conditioning. So let's say it's just biological, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you really can't get mad at men when they stray off.
When they what?
You can't really get mad at men when they stray off.
Here's why we can get mad. Because unless you're coming at it like a Mr. Owen Hef, then what you're doing is lying. So we don't get mad at the act as much as we get mad at the betrayal and the lie. That is why women get mad. But if you went up to women and said, look, this is how I am. I like messing around. I like you too. We cannot.
Like I do.
Unless we're crazy.
Like I do.
Get mad at that and you're being completely honest and then she's nuts, leave her alone. But we don't get mad that you're messing around. We get mad that you lie about it.
Jan, you played it where any decision you make, you get caught up. Because look, if a man comes into you and says, no, not to you, but any woman says, I like multiple women, what's up? Then you're gonna say, any girl that accepts that is fucking jumping in front of a Mack truck. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I tell you the truth, the girl is crazy. If I don't tell you the truth, then I'm crazy.
Right, but there's a difference between polyamory and a guy just telling one girl that wants to be with just him, I'm gonna mess around, but I want to be with you too. That to me is crazy, and that's just my opinion. Mm-hmm. Now, if you both polyamorous, then to me she's not crazy. She's living the same lifestyle, and it's free fluids for everybody. It's a party, woohoo!
But she told me free fluids to everybody.
Hey, Jen.
Real quick. Go ahead.
Jen, what you say? This is the difference for you. Is it different when you like the guy? If you like the guy, maybe you can accept the truth, or you will take that type of truth better than if a guy you don't really feel says some shit like that. Then you like, nah, I'm good. Could that be a difference? Like if you like the guy, you willing to tolerate more?
No, because one time this guy, I felt like he checked all my boxes. He was honest with me. I told this story before. He was honest with me, and I couldn't do it because I know my limits. I couldn't do it. And he was the package, but he told me straight up, I mean, you're X, Y, and Z. I'd like to rock with you as my girlfriend, but I've never been faithful to anybody. And I can't guarantee that I'd be faithful to you, even though I won't. And I was like, I don't want to get involved because I know my limits. You have to know your limits. And I'm like, I'm not going to be cool with that. And he knew a lot of women, a lot. He was in the nightclub business, and you know what that comes with. So I was like, no. So it doesn't matter if I like him or don't like him. Now, if I don't like him, it's going to be a lot worse, of course. I'm going to be like, audacity. But even if I like him, no, just because it's not my bag. It's not my bag. You got to know you.
Right. Yeah. Okay, she's your friend now. Kofi's your friend now. She said something nice.
She, with the nicest thing she could say to me is, yes, I hear you. I'm going to get a therapist. That is the nicest thing she could type right now. You can attach my name to that. That's the nicest thing she could say. Get carajo.
Yeah, King, but I gotta go. But I'm just gonna.
You're gonna be starting with me. I'm so fucking.
Nah, but she said we agree on something. We agree on that stance, and she agrees with your stance.
I don't give two Bronx, New York rats asses. What you agree with, shorty? I'm just saying, like, chill. Like it's a Friday night.
Right. Right. MD, what's up, man? I'm sorry, man.
No, you good though. But I have to get going. But I'm just gonna say this, like, all the game that you could have, it won't really apply unless she's really open to it. That's what I was going to just say, like earlier, to add on to it.
Right.
Same thing. Like, you could probably have the whole package, but my honest opinion say, like, if the woman's open at a certain period of time or place or whatever, then it's going to happen. And that's where you could apply, like, I guess, dirty macking game, whatever, to her to seal the deal. But you know, if you catch her at the wrong time, it just ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I think we're giving women too much power. And I say that because not to start an argument or anything like that, but we give women too much power because I just clearly told you the best max are women. Like the best. Like I seen women tell me some shit that made me question everything about my life and why you with this person.
So elaborate by you giving us too much power.
Because one, you're saying if a man max you, it's not really up to us, it's really you, which we agree upon, right? But also in regards to woman dirty macking, taking a boyfriend away from somebody, it's like the man has a choice too. But based on what we see, it's like they're so skillful because a woman, like everything I described before, right, is do your research, know the limits, know what makes him or her know things that they like. And I said the only people I know that do that is women. They could go on IG and find out if you have a wife, illegitimate kids, good credit. Women know how to use this phone for everything.
That's true. But Ken, I have a question to ask you real quick. Okay. Is it more like as opposed to women having more dirty macking skills than guys, or is it because guys are just easy?
Bingo.
Good point.
Because if guys are easy,
good point.
Are we easy? I don't think you a playboy easy.
No, but still, it's the fact that if I feel like, damn, that shit looks good, I might go smash it if I feel like it. But women, I would say their decisions on getting smashed is more based on how they emotionally feel.
Right, but I don't want to say something, and you, Playboy, you could attest to this. M3, you could attest to this. There's women that are not your type that will try to mack you.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I've seen that.
That made me want to go to church.
Dirty, every woman that you know, they don't have a chance. For example, those who've been incarcerated know there's women that prey on men who have been incarcerated. They would never have a chance with that man if that man was outside of civilization.
What you mean prey on men? Like men
prey on men. They send letters, meet them on prison date apps. They prey on men. They prey on men.
But you said that they can't get men outside of the.
No, they can't get those particular men outside of prison because those men won't deal with them. Because I seen it all the time. I went through that, right? That person's not my type, but during my whole time, I'm like, but that person's hold me down more than strippers did that took care of. So they get you.
You've ever gone to any jail visiting room? If you've ever been, I've been plenty. You see the women that come in to visit those guys that are buff and good looking, and it's like, that's your wifey? Like I looked around those tables and I'm like, damn, oh, she's sending him socks, or she hitting them up in the commissary. Or I could tell he getting the fruit of the loom from her. He getting the thermals from her because it get cold up here, right?
Right.
So I'm like, you can tell. And then back in New York growing up, it was always the girl that wasn't as popular as the other girls that was buying all the weed for the guys or going to buy the 40s. And, it was always that girl, and then the guys would look to her for that, and then next thing you know, he's smashing that, right? But you don't want anybody to know,
right?
Smashing that. But I've seen it happen. I've seen it.
Right, and so we that's why I said are we really that easy, or they predators? They calculate.
You know what? I have to agree again. Like, I mean, when shit makes sense, my mind is always going. Right. You made me think of something. Like at my job, it's certain women that if I don't say hello to them, I guess I owe them a hello. And if I don't say hello, next thing you know, the rumors start about me. So I found out this one time that whenever a new good-looking woman started working at my job, it was this one lady that would go run and speak to that woman and tell them, hey, have you met such and such yet? Well, just so you know, like he has all the girls and this and that. So basically,
oh wow.
she was salting me before I even met the women, which I didn't even speak to in the first place. But I found out through a girl that became a friend from work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like she knew she couldn't get with me, but she didn't want any other woman that she felt looked good to have a chance to deal with me either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Well, I have my bad.
go ahead. I'm done.
I have a question to like what you said. So then, okay, I know her intention was to like throw salt, but could that have been like a benefit for you? I mean, at that particular moment of time, you know what I mean?
No.
Because you said no.
Nah, because see, the thing is, it's like, for one, she was not attractive at all, and then the thing about, like, yeah, like, think about it. If that was my role, I would have been able to knock it down. I can read situations. I can tell when a woman wants me to flirt with them, but it's just like the fact that I gave them no attention, it made me like the enemy. And then it was just like, if a woman, she felt because I noticed it was only the women that were attractive. They'd be like, oh, so okay. And I'm just like, what the fuck you mean? Oh, so you're him. Like, who the fuck? You know what I mean? But yeah. So
okay,
they can be very predatory too. So
that is salty.
okay,
Very
Yeah.
salty.
The predatory women, I think, are the dirty max because this is what women do that make them the best dirty max. Watch what happens. That's what they do. You'll see. Mothers do that. You'll see. Give it a few months. Because they know something's going to happen. They don't know what it is, but they know. And that's dirt. That's the worst type of dirty macking. You putting that air of uncertainty out there. So they're like, what you mean watch? Watch what? What's gonna happen?
Why do men hate that so much?
Yo, because tell us what it is. I have so many women in my life that always say, I can't figure that person out, but something's not right. What's not right? Oh, do you know, I'm telling you, watch. That word watch could mess up a relationship.
Really?
but
or make you tell on yourself.
Right. Right.
You freeze up like, hold on, what the fuck did I do?
Right.
Yeah.
So I just they do that, and sometimes they don't have anything, and sometimes they do, right? But if they mac it, sometimes you have friends that actually care, and they tell you that too, and even mothers tell you that.
I say that to my friends if I feel off about a chick that he's with.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, no, something's not right.
When you hear multiple women tell you that they off about a certain chick, be careful, or just have sex with them, because you that's messed up to have the best type of sex. So, like it's certain about watch what happens is like foreshadowing. I think Up Level said it best. It's foreshadowing, right?
I like the danger.
Yeah, it's like, come on, y'all can't be doing that to us. We don't. Have you guys ever told a woman, I don't know about your man, something ain't right? Men don't do
No, me, I don't.
Men don't
move
do
like
that.
No.
we just stay out of our business.
Yeah, we don't think.
I never heard that either. I have to agree. I never heard that.
Men don't. That's why I said women are the masters. They create this air of deception, the cloud of deception that is so thick. You like, what the like? So you're looking at little things about that person the whole time, and if you start looking at things, you eventually find it. And women know how to set the seeds of deception. That's why I say they're better. They're the best dirty max. See, if a man dirty max, you're gonna say, yo, I'll make more money in him. Oh, fuck that, I'll fuck him up. He can't fight.
I think that's because you trust our, you trust our intuition and our vision a lot, and that comes from being raised by a woman. You know what I mean? You're always gonna hold, if you respect and love women, you always hold a woman's opinion in high regard, right? So it's like when you hear our voice saying, "Listen, watch out for that chick," or "You look a little shady," you're hearing your mother and your sister. It's like it's that type of thing.
Right.
Because when when it's the reverse, women automatically like, "You trying to get in my pants?" Stop.
Right. But she said women are the queens of dropping doubt.
I have to agree.
Men men don't do that. Jen, your page starts at 9:30. Are we ready to make that transition?
It does. I'm ready right now. I'm headed over there. Everybody, come to me. Come to
You're
me.
over there right now.
The subject is, what's my subject?
Your subject is, hold on, I have it. Don't get mad at me. I have it right now.
Five.
Don't get mad, please. I had it right here. Oh my gosh.
How did I just
Where
forget? I
is
just
it?
threw it up there.
No, you didn't do it up there. It was
Your subject is the more you know.
No, it's
no.
five.
That's the one. That's the one you titled.
No, it's 5 signs he's from the streets, even when he denies it.
There you go. It's 5 signs he's from the streets, even when he denies it. And I'm gonna get into a little bit of Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet and what I know, and the 5 signs that he's from the streets, and we got to send him back to the streets. Okay. I'll see you over there, Coffee No Cream. Everybody else, I'll see you, Playboy. You better be over there.
All right. I'm coming right now. Right now.
Peace. I'm out.
All right.